Tell us more about those vapor white bullet things you would stick up your nose.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to State of Anarchy, a now back to weekly Dungeons and Dragons game. We usually play every Saturday. We've had a couple of weeks off due to players and myself not being able to make it and things like that. So we are here. We are going to be playing. And yes,
what's this game about?
Well, that is exactly what people are going to find out. Please let me know if the music is too loud. If you like what we do, please don't hesitate to hit the follow button if you are feeling generous and are able to do so. Please feel like hit the subscribe button. That'd be great. We'd love to have you here. If you want to catch up on any of the streams or make comments on them later because you can't catch the actual live stream, you can catch it over on my YouTube channel of the same name, Boomeadow. So...
Yum yum.
So, we are down, I believe, hello Spinner, long time no see. You've caught us just as we've started, so yay. I believe we're going to be down a tyrant dungeon, maybe for an hour. I believe that Maynard will be joining us any minute, we shall see. And I believe Tide Runner is phoning it in for us because they are currently not at their system. So if the sound quality is not as usual, that would be why.
Slide into their DMs and just absolutely bully them. That's what you should do.
I'm concerned about the sound quality. Set up a Kickstarter for me to get a better sound.
Okay.
Well, you're
fine.
not at home. I don't think that counts. So.
Now we want a movable office with just the best sound quality one could possibly get for James. So put it on the Kickstarter. Let's go.
We'll see. Either way, thank you to both Velcor and Evil One for resubscribing with your Prime. It is always wonderful to have you here. If you like more of our stuff, when I say our stuff, I mean Valcor and Uzu Mecha, you can also catch them on Monday night, in which we play Ignition Point as well. So if you like all the D&Ds, you can join us here. So, yay. Anyway, it's been about 3 weeks. Does anyone actually remember what happened 3 weeks ago?
I do. Anyone else want to go, or are we going to leave it to me again?
Nah, take a champ.
Baby. If there's one thing I remember, it's what happened 3 weeks ago. So, ugly little gremlin cat that's also a mobster was like, hey, this person may or may not have actually stolen my ring. And we were like, you know what? We'll liberate the ring. So we did some things. I got my absolute ass handed to me by a plant. And then today I read my character sheet and realized that, hey, I probably shouldn't have got my ass handed to me by a plant. If I could have learnt to read, would have avoided the whole situation. But then anyway, the breeze was like, "Hey fam, how about we don't destroy everyone and we leave the town alone?" And the eco-terrorist was like, "Hey fam, that's a great idea. I'm not going to do that, but here's the catch. You've got to join me in a little wee bit of eco-terrorism." And Breeze was like, "All right, a little bit of eco-terrorism never hurt anyone." So that happened. Magic's broken. Yeah, that's happening. Magic's like all fuckity wuckety. We went to a library to plan the ultimate heist, Fast and the Furious 10, the heist year for heists. But I didn't pay any attention, so that's all I've got. I read a book. Okay, don't all applaud at once.
I mean, he ain't wrong.
I am impressed that you managed to remember all of that. So my mic probably won't pick it up. My headset mic that you guys hear me through, you might not hear it. So for anyone who's watching, let me know if the music's too loud and things like that, because I can change the level. Because yes, we have music. So
why did you say that so seductively?
Because I get excited that I've got music now.
We have music.
If you do like the music, it is by a wonderful Australian composer by the name of Scott Buckley. You can go check out his YouTube channel, which is Scott Buckley. And I can guarantee you've probably heard a number of his songs and things like that anyway. So he does some wonderful work. So yeah, go check that out and we'll see what happens. So yes. So, Blake, you, I believe, went...
Hi, May.
Hello, May. Hey, I'm glad you could make it. So yes, Blake, you were in the library researching your new interest of where'd all the magic go?
I'm being bullied by some fella called the Steve Man 777. Reckons I can't read. Don't call me out like that.
You know what? I will allow him to call you out because you do continue to try and kill his character on Monday. So.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So.
I remember back when I used to be a lawyer. Miss those guys.
So. However, I do believe that the rest of you were planning a heist. As you can see, there are some lovely blueprints now for you. And while you were trying to figure out how to conduct this heist, I believe Breeze had the ingenious idea to check the social media around the event to see what the lady of the house that you're planning on burgling, to see what she might be up to. And you found she was going to a gala, which would mean that she's getting out of the house in 2 days. I believe Breeze also made a call into the Adventurers Guild asking for a time extension. And also organised a date for the gala in the form of Haas's younger sister, Tammy. So...
That's right!
Yes.
Breeze is gonna kiss your sister. And you thought Blake was the threat.
So yes. So that, I believe, is the plan. So...
You don't know the plan, Nash. You actually don't. You don't even know how to read.
The channel.
Yeah, I said it.
The channel
I called
mascot.
you out. I called you out live on the internet. You don't know how to read. Idiot.
As the rest of you are rolling up the blueprints with some semblance of a plan, what are your next steps? Where would you like to go?
The event itself isn't for 2 days.
I mean, it is for 2 days, yes, and you vaguely know the layout of the mansion, the manor.
I guess since we have a few days, we can just do a quick walk by. Just see if there's anything on the actual streets that doesn't match the layout.
Excuse me. Do you have a plan, Rick? What are you?
You're not even here. You're still out in the stacks studying magic.
Oh no. I've just seen a gift that says, "Trust me, I'm a professional."
Yeah, but
And now I'm worried.
But you are not here. You are off studying magic or figuring out plans
Yeah,
for magic.
boy who can read. You're
Yeah.
reading books right now.
I think you're getting confused because Crisis has always been able to read. Roland couldn't, but Roland learned to read over the span of several thousand years.
Well, I don't know if it was learned to read or his god just gave him fancy eyes.
I don't know if I actually ever learned how to read or if I just memorized a whole bunch of words.
Breeze can't read, she's just really good at faking it.
She fakes it till she makes it.
You know what?
She's-
And I'm here for it if that is the case.
The book's upside down, and she's just like, yes.
So,
And no one
Mashes
cares
random
question.
keys on her phone.
I think she's just really smart. They're like, wow, she can read upside down. She's so clever.
So yes. So yes, you've rolled up the blueprints. You have gotten up
2
to
days to work out the patrols.
If I remember
Yes,
correctly, go ahead.
You.
Okay. If I remember correctly, the plan was to get Blake in disguised as the target. Yes.
Or last resort, he's the target, maybe. Or he goes in either as a maid. I think we'd have to speak with him of what she's most comfortable with, but he either goes in as a maid or the target. But it's still good to know the patrols and the layout because things may not go according to plan.
That I agree with, yes.
Rick, I'm sure you've had to monitor a mansion or two. So you mentioned the patrols. What else do you normally do?
We normally do a stakeout. See the coming and goings.
Ooh, snacks.
Usually both snacks.
Yeah.
Now, can Blake, can he change into the mistress of the house or not?
We'll have to wait for him to come back from wherever he's gone. But I believe he can, unless he was just bragging to me, I believe he can turn into anything he wants, anybody he wants.
He's demonstrated that to me a few times.
Wait, in
What?
private?
Who wants to see Crisis' dead wife again?
I will say it again.
I
you
mean,
are
he
not
wasn't. He
here.
didn't do. He didn't do a very good. When he turned into me, there are many things wrong with it that I could see. But I suppose to the common crowd, it was possible.
No, I think we're not going to get much of anywhere if we don't talk to him about it first. Are we allowed to call out to the select? Or don't everyone talk up at once?
Could you repeat what you said? Sorry.
We won't get anywhere without talking to him first. Can we call him over, or do we have to go find him?
I'll go grab
I should
him.
hook that up.
Well, if you guys want to do that, I'm going to head out and start staking the place out.
No, wait! Don't go yet. I mean, we should probably make a plan and go together. And I mean, you're the expert at this. You should give us some guidance about how to stake out and paths to take and what to look for. Please don't.
Best
go.
snacks
Yeah,
that
the best
go
snacks
for
for
snack.
sneak out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we could do it together, it would be much appreciated. I have no idea what to do at a stakeout.
Sure, I can teach you.
Thank you.
So what's we do? We're going to wait for Blake?
I'll
Just
go
to
grab him
find
real
out
quick.
if his part of the plan is doable. And if not, then we replan.
Okay.
Okay, so Crisis, you get up. You know that he entered with you, so he must be in here somewhere. I mean, just glancing around, you can't see him, but You can roll me a perception to see if you can.
Blake!
I knew you were gonna do that.
As you yell,
Roll for shush.
you see several of the librarians and a large handful of students kind of look at you witheringly.
I'm not the one in debt right now, so I don't give a shit. Blake!
Crisis, why are you yelling in a library?
I'm not yelling, I'm just strongly calling out for you. Hey, how do you feel about maids?
I love maids. What? I don't understand the question.
How do you feel about dressing up as a maid for something?
I'm less into this coming from you, but if I'm being honest.
What if Breeze asked you to dress up as a maid? How about that? What's our excitement level on that?
Take my money.
All right, let's get it. Let's go back to the group. We got a thing to do.
Did you know that magic's like all fuckety wuckety, Crisis? And did you know it comes from like a big ass tree in like the middle of the place?
Yeah.
Okay, smart ass.
Well, I mean, the whole fuckety wuckety thing. It's
Did you know they like mine it?
yeah. That's what my plane in particular does well compared to your guys's.
You're really taking the buzz out of this little fun book I was reading.
Oh no! I ain't trying to take the buzz out of it. Like, I'm just saying that in Thalamir, that's the thing we're really known for, is kind of destroying everything we touch, including nature.
Did you know that the magic bees are dying at an alarming rate?
Wait. Magic bees? What do you mean magic bees?
The magic bees, the bees with magic, they're dying at an alarming rate.
Like regular bees that can do magic?
I don't know. It just said magic bees dying at an alarming rate. An alarming rate was like underscored like 3 times. But it looked like it may have been in Texter, so I don't think it was part of the actual book. Anyway, what were we doing?
Can you show me that? The magic bees? Because now I'm interested.
I guide Crisis back towards the bookshelf where I came from.
Okay.
I pull out a textbook, and it literally has a little paragraph, and it's like a fun fact snippet in like one of those cool little bubbles that you'd see in like a primary school textbook, and it's like, hey, did you know that the magic bees are dying at an alarming rate? And magic bees is underlined like 4 times. There's no other context. See? Magic bees dying at an alarming rate.
Magic bees die at an alarming rate. Okay. Are you a big insects person, or just you just found that info and interesting?
I mean, I've seen big insects, but I'm not really a big insect person, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I dig. Okay. Well, that sucks for the bees, but
Well, no, the magic bees. There's nothing in here about normal bees.
right. Excuse me, magic bees. Okay. Well, maybe Hasa has some insight on that, being the giant nerd he is.
He is a giant nerd, but we love him nonetheless.
Yes.
But anyway, why was I being a maid for Breeze? Let's get back to that conversation.
Oh, you're gonna do sexy spy things like dress up as someone and pretend to be someone else and steal stuff.
So I look around, make sure that Rick's nowhere nearby. Like a typical Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, late Tuesday.
Fair enough.
And also, Breeze is gonna go to a ball, and Hasa's sister, I think, is gonna be there. So make sure to relentlessly torment him.
Is she really? Should she be going to a ball? Like, is that
Yeah!
the healthiest place to be?
Hey, she said she wanted to go. Or volunteered. One of the two. I don't know. It'll be fine. Come on, let's go talk to her. And the rest of them.
And the rest of them, and off we shuffle. And
Are you
scene.
taking the books with you about the magical bees?
Oh, I've got the magic books with me.
Okay, you've got 4 or 5 magic books with you. Books that you were researching with you.
I'm now confused about the magical bees because I don't remember this from 3 weeks ago. What the fuck did this come from?
This is because this wasn't addressed 3 weeks ago, because this is what Blake has been doing in the meantime. Researching magic.
Yeah, I learned a lot about magic and the magical bees that are
He
dying
knows
at an
nothing
alarming
about
rate.
the heist, but he knows a lot about where magic comes from, apparently.
About the alarming rate in which bees are dying.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I swear to God, we better not have any major interactions with bees because they freak me out.
this is probably not a great time to tell you then that there is a whole race of essentially insectoids that look like bees.
This is where we find out that's the BBEG.
You get disadvantage for that. Anyway, so
For
yes,
what? For everything.
you make your way back to where the group is sitting at their research desk. They are holding the rolled up blueprints with them. You see Blake and Crisis return to you, Blake carting what looks to be several large volumes with hardcovers, including, but not limited to, the history of the Feywild and the Eladrin families.
So, what you nerds up to?
I squint at the books briefly.
Just doing a bit of planning.
What are you side-eyeing my books for, huh? You didn't think I knew how to read.
Just a quick question. Can you actually turn into the lady of the house?
Run it by me one more time. What do you want?
Can you turn into our target?
The hot chick.
The
Yeah.
baddie, yes.
Oh, yeah, I can turn into the baddie. I mean, I need to be, like, familiar with her, and I can't just turn into her. I need to know what she looks like, and, you know, probably...
Does the video feed that we saw, is that enough, or do you actually have to see her in person?
I mean, I'd prefer to see her in person. How else am I going to get all the details right?
Breeze, you had a really good idea earlier. Social media and such. Surely she has a bunch of videos, photos, things like that.
She a vlogger? Is that what's called?
No.
Dang.
Well, now you have to think up what the name for it is.
I was, but that's why the pause was so long. No, that's lame.
I don't think she's an
She's a faithfluencer? No, forget it.
Influencer!
Influencer. Brilliant. Canon. It's a canon event.
She's
think she's
actually an entrepreneur, if you needed to know.
Nerd. That's lame.
She's an entrepreneur. Her family is... she comes from a long line of perfume makers that have been very, very popular. They did break into fashion. They've also broken into makeup as well. But
It's a lot of breaking in. Better get them, Rick. Let's
Yeah,
go.
say, why has no one arrested them?
They started with perfume, though, and their number one perfume is called Gurrenjoy.
Oh, it could have been called bees. Brilliant.
She's an essential oils person.
She
Yes.
runs a Tupperware container company.
Gurrenjoy is the perfume that her family originally made.
She's a real big fan of trickle-down economics.
Ugh.
Like any
You can't talk, rich boy.
entrepreneur.
Thank you, Dr. Psycho. Get on that perfume.
Like
Go
any
ahead,
good
May.
entrepreneur, though, she has a big social media presence. She has to. But if you want to
Oh, yeah.
stalk her in person, I'm sure you can.
I mean, I don't need to. Stalking such an ugly word. I just need to be, like, see her in person.
In
Like-
the flesh.
Well, you have to study her, the way she moves and stuff like that.
Her form.
You guys are making this super weird.
Well, if he looks like her but doesn't walk like her, then that's a giveaway.
Well,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying.
You
The
gotta
more-
sway like her.
the more I know about her, the
Yeah.
easier it's gonna be. Like, why don't we just go and, I don't know, meet her? Breeze is a fucking princess. Let's just go, hey, how are ya? And pretend that you're interested in her perfume, and then wham bam, thank you ma'am. I meet her, we shake her hand, we leave.
Well, we're already doing that, but at the gala
The
thing she's
gala.
going to. Yeah.
Maybe
We
Hasa
can't do it
could-
2 days early.
Yeah, maybe Hasa could meet her today.
I can do that.
So we all what you could be his little butler boy. Like
Butler boy.
it's just a butler
Immediate.
boy.
Instant flashbacks to the
Flashback.
markets?
Yes.
No.
His assistant,
Negative.
his personal trainer.
His baby boy.
I like these options worse.
His main squeeze.
His lover.
Oh my.
Hold on. I can get back on board.
You had me, then you lost me.
I'm back.
I'm
Did
back in.
I did a little bit of a wraparound.
We
Lover,
have to
you
head
say?
over that lover. Yeah, you could be his Hasa's lover, and you could go meet her and sample perfumes. Talk about a brand deal, maybe.
I shift into my female form.
Try to sample her perfume.
I am all for this idea. Hasa, which one's more appealing? And I switch between. I better not. Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know what you're thinking, you better not.
Yeah, I make it. I don't. I swap between just a few. Let's go female Blake, Breeze with dark hair, and then finally the waitress girl I was last time. I can't remember her name.
Don't do the waitress.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
don't
one
do
from
her.
the-
She's an actual person.
Right. Yeah, no, Hasa thinks for a moment. It's like, the second one was the least recognizable, I suppose. Let's go with it.
Okay.
So, Breeze with dark hair.
I don't think
Breeze,
that was
who
pretty
has
recognisable.
opalescent skin and glass horns.
The man has demanded Breeze with dark hair. Who am I to take that from
I
him?
was given 3 options, okay?
I was.
Yeah.
I would like to say that Blake, even in female form, would be the most unobtrusive, with long black hair that's got this reddish tinge to it, pretty nondescript face. As long as his ears and tail aren't out, she
Yeah, I
looks
can
like
disguise
some
then.
random ethot.
Oh, I'm still wearing a fucking suit. Hey, how?
Well, I look really confused. I think the second one's pretty distinct.
Breeze is
I-
like, I'm not generic.
The first one was kind of an average.
What did
Yeah,
you just-
average hot girl. Average hot girl.
Good
Average
save. Good save.
True, but at the same time, it depends on what kind of role we're going for here, I suppose.
He's your side chick.
Right. Why don't we stick with the first one then? I know that the reporters were very ravenous.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of other options. I could also be, and I turn into Crisis.
Oh, don't do that.
And I
Lady
proceed
crisis or regular crisis?
regular Crisis, and I proceed to go. Hello. I proceed to go. Yee-haw, pew pew, finger pistols.
No, don't do that. Don't do other Crisis either.
Well, you told me
Please.
not to do other Crisis, so I can't do either Crisis.
Correct.
This is no fun. And I turn into Rick.
Don't do him either because no, you're too tall.
I'm the same height. I stand like face to face with Rick.
Yep, he does a perfect recreation. Which means you did
Yeah.
indeed watch Blake shrink to roughly 3.5 feet tall and sprout fur from every visible place.
Rick, though, is just going to be hanging outside, kind of peering through the windows, like, I don't know.
All right, let's just stick with the first one. Stick
you
with the
guys are no
story.
Fun. And I turn back into female Blake.
And the rest of us are going to learn how to do a stakeout.
But first, snacks.
For snacks.
Oh, what? You guys get to have
What?
snacks?
I'll
Alright,
grab you some
true.
snacks.
Okay, fickle. Almighty God, what time of day is it?
It's 4:30.
Oh, no.
No, it's, I believe it's just after lunchtime.
Oh, beautiful. It's totally normal to drop by someone's house at this time.
Yeah, it's during the day. It's not anything crazy.
Just go knocking on the door at midnight.
What up? We want to smell some
Got it.
perfume.
She's kind of an important person. Could you get like somebody pretend to be your assistant, just to send a message to her people, just to say, "Oh, as you may have heard, the renowned Harser is in town, and he has a spare slot this afternoon, and he'll be dropping by to talk about a brand deal."
I don't think a brand deal would be a good idea. Perhaps just an amicable conversation.
But she's not going to talk about, she'll have people to do the buy. Sell,
Yeah,
you're going to
that
have to
is
go
true.
She's
with a big.
she has a point there.
She's got a point. Breeze hasn't led us astray yet.
That is honestly her wisdom is one of her defining qualities that would really, that's a really good quality to have in, I don't know, a mother or someone like that.
Wait, what?
Sorry, what?
No, I'm just
Wait.
saying it's a good quality to have to be
Right.
so smart.
Yeah, you had us until you said mother, and that's where I'm confused, sir.
Like
That's the person that's not gonna lie.
like a strong, a strong female figure that someone should look up to.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
All right.
And I wink at Breeze.
It looks just like what's the stunned and confused. Okay. So brand deal it is. You don't actually have to go through with it. It's just to get her in a conversation. You could say, actually, I don't think this will work for me. But maybe a signature scent. You could discuss a signature Tide Runner release.
I didn't like that sentence.
Like a limited launch, a perfume release.
There we go. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. We can definitely think something up on the way, I suppose. But do any of us have means of contacting her early?
I will look to Breeze.
I look at the socials to see who her PR team is and if there's a way to contact them about an appointment.
Well, she does have a website, which does obviously explain all of her her enterprises a way to contact her and things like this. They do have an email address. They also have a headquarters phone number that you can call as well.
She has a link tree with an OnlyFans and her Twitter. And...
No, it's Flutter. It's Flutter.
Oh, sorry, Flutter and a hexagram and her OnlyFans link.
Shouldn't it be like Flex now?
Ooh, OnlyFans.
Flex.
I fucking hate that.
Either way, she has contactable for appointments and things.
Okay.
Alright, well, it seems like the person who would know the most about this is the one that thought it up, so he looks to breathe.
Okay, I make a call to the...
There's a brief chime, which is the ringtone, as you hear a noise answer. Welcome to Gore & Joy's Industries. You're speaking with Alex. Who can I say is calling?
Alex, darling. I'm Glimmer. I'm calling on behalf of, as you may know, that Hasa Rook is in
Of
town
the Rook
right now.
Dynasty, yes?
Of course. And he would love an appointment.
Oh, he
To
would like to work
discuss-
with us.
Perhaps a signature scent, a brand
Oh.
deal, but he's only in town for a very limited time.
Oh,
so he'd
so
need
he
to
wants
speak
to
to the
come
lady
on
this
as
very
an
afternoon.
alchemist for us?
Mm,
We've been trying to get a word through to his team for quite a while. He's a very renowned alchemist, and we were looking to hopefully forward our research. Is this in response to our inquiries?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Alex,
of course-
I didn't think I'd make it this far.
Rick just gives her a thumbs up.
But of
when
course,
would Mr. Root
he-
be available?
This very afternoon, and you do understand, he needs to meet the lady behind it all.
Oh, of
He's not one
course,
to
of
just...
course.
Yes.
Hyronia I can already shuffle some things around to make time for him.
Perfect.
Oh, wonderful.
Send me the details.
Certainly, I'll send a message through straight away as soon as we've got available. We'll see you in... Would 45 minutes be acceptable?
We're on the move. Wonderful. He loves a rush. He loves the
Wonderful.
excitement. The thrill
Are
of
there
it will be
any-
our way.
Refreshments or anything that we can do to make Mr. Root comfortable?
Cherry blossom milkshakes.
Cherry blossom milkshakes, certainly. Yes, and we will see you in about 45 minutes.
Darling, fabulous Alex, you've been a delight. Goodbye.
You hang up.
Yeah, 45 minutes, sorted.
Oh, all right. Okay, that was good work. That came out of nowhere. All right. I guess we have an appointment.
Oh, and I explained the whole thing about Alchemist and da-da-da-da. And...
Oh, I wish you hadn't. It would have been so
Oh.
funny if you just showed up like,
Sorry.
what?
Yes, apparently your team, Hasa, has basically been fielding inquiries for you? Question mark?
Okay.
Are you missing out on royalties?
Yeah.
By your team,
Yeah, no,
by your team, you take to assume your parents.
probably. Yeah. No, honestly, he probably has a group that he would have been working with back on the Isles, and they would have absolutely known how he behaves, so they would sort of,
Don't let him
Preempt.
meet people.
yeah, they would have preempted any contacts.
Gee, I don't know why the princess wouldn't think that. Okay. This could have gone one or two ways, let's be honest.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
Nah, I'm sure it's fine.
Okay, so you now know you have 45 minutes to meet at her residence. You get
And
the text
seems-
message.
Yep.
You do get the text message through.
I send the information to them, and then Team Snacks will go the other way.
Certainly.
But Breeze, before you go,
Uh-huh.
I got this stuff that was meant for you, and I like hand her a whole bunch of pamphlets. And I'm like,
First off, stop being Blake when
no.
you're doing this. Stop being Blake when you're doing this. I feel weird.
Rick, you watch as you one of the pamphlets does grab your attention as he's handing them over. They seem to be all. One of them does get your attention in particular. It's got bright fluorescent green writing on the front of it saying what to expect when you're expecting.
I'll just run over, take him out of his hand. Keep focused.
hey, they were for Breeze.
I'll just tear him up in front of him.
What the fuck? How's she gonna learn how to be?
Yeah, that's a little weird, Rick. What?
Yeah,
What-
Rick. What
Don't
could have caused that?
You've all
What?
got jobs to do. Get ready to do them.
I mean, her job is to become the best mother she can possibly be for her children, is it not?
Mother,
What are you talking about?
Wait. What are you talking about?
Well,
Focus.
I bumped when we were stealing the rum at the spa.
No, we didn't steal anything. We liberated. First off,
Okay, when we were liberating the rum at the bar, I bumped into
it
insert.
was a
her name.
ruse.
It was a ruse.
Like the thing we're doing with Huzza right now, it's a ruse.
or a lie.
Oh my god!
A ruse.
How the fuck
It's
did
not
I?
a ruse when it's involved in a plan.
Oh my!
That's why you've been looking at me weird and getting all misty-eyed and talking about how I'd be a good mother.
I thought you were triple pregnant. I didn't even know it was a thing.
I don't think it is a thing.
Well, there was a pamphlet for it. That's what threw me. I was like, this is such a weirdly just out there thing to be so true. Like, no one. I thought you were gonna be a mother.
Congrats on not being pregnant.
Thank you. I'm a bit young for that.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was a. You know what?
Hmm.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We're all fine.
It is all good. You're not pregnant. Congratulations. Come in, Hasa, and off I go.
Wait. Breeze,
Yeah.
when you thought up this ruse, who did you suggest was the parents?
My ears twitch. I'm back.
I think Rick.
Well, if this was a whole triple there's only a few of us here, Breeze. Who did you suggest or imply?
When I looked in Rick's direction, primarily. I have to
When-
go.
When she looks at Rick, I would like to turn into Rick and give him a big thumbs up as himself.
All right,
I leave. I walk out the library. Just leave.
I'm going for snacks and the steak. Yeah, so let's go. Who's coming?
All right. Snack gang, let's go.
Mhm.
Shit. Alright, let's go.
We're being given several evil looks by the librarians.
We have to go, but I'm not done. Vengeance still needs to be served. And
I pick him up by the
little,
collar and move him off.
I run off with my little tail swaggling between my legs.
Okay, so you guys are all heading off. You all go out the front, get into Blake's car, and go to the offices of Hyronia Luxurious.
Now these guys are going snacking. If we're going to the offices, do you want to let these guys take the car? And
Let's walk.
let's not walk. Hasa is going to open up Fantasy Uber.
Okay.
I'm
And-
too busy climbing on like all the little
and
railings
request-
at the library, and I'm like, vengeance.
He's going to open up Fantasy Uber and request whatever fancy looking, like the Uber X Black kind of models, like the really fancy cars.
Okay. Yep, you can do so.
Yeah.
We need to complete the plan.
Let's go, darkness.
Onwards! I jump in the car.
So those of you who are going, jump in the car. Those of you who are waiting, wait as a sleek. It's got a very long bonnet on it. Yes, very long black bonnet on it. Narrower in the front where the driver is, and there does appear to be a very cushy looking leather seat in the back.
All right, climb on in.
Okay, you climb on in.
Wait.
Yes.
Give me your car keys.
Don't scratch her. We'll run over anyone.
I'm not Rick. You are.
I'm Rick.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, asshole. Give me your keys.
There's crimes to stop. And I jump in the car after throwing you the keys.
Okay.
All right. Now let's go get some snacks.
Take me to where the filth of the underworld transpires.
I feel like Rick is like, I must end this man at some point.
You can't. I'm having so much fun. Like, I'm gonna be smart. My tail's wagging. I'm having the time of my life. I'm like jumping around like a little child.
Okay, but you're dressed like...
Rick is
like-
just still staring, just shaking his head.
Okay, so Crisis, Rick, and Breeze, I believe you guys are hopping in the car for the snack run.
Yes.
Okay, so you get in the car to go for a snack run. Blake and Hasa, you get in the very smooth looking, very sleek looking, the little badge plate on the back says Independence. It's by a company called Cherrywood Independence. So you get in the car, you've already put in the address to go to the luxurious offices. And so you start heading across town. So,
Onwards. Crime waits for no one.
okay. So, meanwhile, while they're doing that fun little side trip, Breeze, Crisis, Rick, you are going for a drive to the nearby shopping centre, supermarket. Where are we looking for you? You are currently down here. I need to open up Cookwood. It's been a little while, so I'm a little rusty.
Not only do we need to go snack shopping.
Yep.
Breeze, do you need a dress for the gala?
What's the limits of my gala weave can turn into anything, can't it?
It has slots.
Because I got the fancy one.
Yeah, you do.
No, I got the fancy one.
Oh, then
So it can be some limited, I think.
Yeah, it depends. There are certain fabrics that it does have trouble with, like certain gauzes and laces because of the detail required. But beyond that, it's basically the stretch of your imagination.
You know, I'm starting to realize we may actually end up spending more on this job than we'll make. Because we already spent like 3 platinum to get the McDucking Dispel Magic and Pass Without Trace.
We can't back out now, though.
Yeah. Sunk cost fallacy and all of that. Right. So we need snacks, possibly a dress. Rick and I will need to go clothes shopping for ourselves because
I could grab the dress tomorrow. In my own time. We don't have to do that today.
What are we close for?
well, we can't go rob a place in our regular daytime clothing.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm covered.
Well, I'm gonna grab some different clothing because the whole bright purple half skirt isn't exactly blending in with darkness at
seen
night.
the colors of this place? And I look around and everything's like pink and purple and bright and spring courty. I'm like, I think you blend in fairly well, actually.
Right, but when it's dark out, though. In
The
fact,
light from the purple trees, it casts beautiful. I'm making stuff up. I don't know if this is allowed by booths. Do the trees emit light? Are they pretty?
Yeah, some of them do have a faint glow to them, yes. And there are plenty of luminescent bushes and shrubs and flowers, and even some of the people are bioluminescent. So, yeah.
If
you ever
desperately wish to shop, then of course.
I was gonna say, you ever see me in the full moon? Cause I glow, literally. It's a weird thing. So I definitely need a hat, depending on what the moon is like tonight. What do you think, Professor? Good idea. Let's do that.
Bao wakes up from his nap in the backseat of the car.
What happened?
We're getting snacks. What do you want?
You're on the snack run.
Do we have Scooby snacks?
We should get some for a stakeout. Well, you're not going to get any because you're going to be at a gala. Sorry.
Just to be clear, this snack room will take 2 minutes. It's the smallest part of what we're doing today.
I'll just put some in my pocket.
You can't take snacks into the gala in your pocket.
If they don't know, it's no problem.
Okay. You know what? Fine. I
And this is just the lead up to. We got to study the place first. We're just not going to rush in head first. So.
Exactly. We're just grabbing a drink and a few suitable stakeout stacks. I suppose ones that don't make a lot of noise, and then we're going to stake out the mansion.
Out of character, was my microphone really shit for a second?
For like a microsecond.
Yeah, okay. Good to know. I forgot to switch over my microphone. Okay. It's all good now.
Onward to snacking. What the fuck? Who are these bitches?
Pay no attention. Let's just get in, get out.
I can side-eye with the best of them. I side-eye them right back, and I do a little tiny little scarf. Like I can't even be bothered to give you a full scarf because you're so beneath my notice.
They just ignore
And then I
you.
say,
Go back to buying energy drinks.
I say, so Rick, what are the best stakeout snacks?
Beef jerky.
Is there anything besides beef jerky?
Beef jerky.
Crunchy crackers.
We only buy like a little bag of pretzels.
Get
a lot of
yourself some
noise,
pretzels
though.
in. I prefer the jerky.
Protein man, huh?
I'm gonna do whatever Rick does.
Are you sure you want to do that?
He's the
'Cause-
expert at stakeouts.
Right, but if we're sitting there for like several hours and you're eating jerky, and if it's not great quality jerky, then
Then what?
What?
it can kind of just go through you, right? Make you sick to your stomach.
I don't think I've ever had jerky before.
It's certainly an acquired taste sometimes, depending on what flavor you get. What flavors do they have, first off?
They have a number of flavors. They've got salt and vinegar. They've got some forms of teriyaki. They have a salted cherry blossom flavor, as well as, weirdly, one that you haven't seen, pondweed, which even through the bag you can smell it's got a bit of a funk to it. There's even like a sweet and salty version.
What's all this crap? Where's the plain stuff?
As you look further, Rick, roll me an investigation. Let's see if you can find some. As you're rifling around in the jerky aisle.
God damn it!
Nope. If you're climbing the aisle looking to see if you can actually reach into the back to find some of the jerky, eventually you hear a voice. Can I help you, little man?
Ooh, wrong word choice.
Where's the plain jerky?
Oh,
Good.
it is up here near the top. We don't sell a lot of it, that's why it's up at the top. But here, let me help you. As you watch as a very tall Leonin reaches over your shoulder, Rick, into the back. He has a very illustrious-looking sandy mane. He's got quite rough body armor on. You can see that it's kind of patched. He seems to be wearing some kind of a kimono-like gown that the armor is over. It's all holding him in nice and tight. Looks like this. Where are you? Rosewood, Breeze, and this gentleman.
Thanks,
So
buddy.
cool.
Muchly appreciated.
He hands you down a pack. Are you sure you only want one? I can get you more if you like.
Get us 4 packs, please. If there is that many.
Oh, of course. We usually have a whole box. It takes us a while to go through it. Luckily, jerky doesn't exactly go off. And he hands you down 3 more packs. Is there anything else I can help you with, or do you want me to ring that up for you?
You guys want anything else?
Bag pretzels, and I'll grab some like flavored drink.
Some energy drinks for this. I presume those are required too. Caffeine?
Of course. We have the grasshopper fuel. We also have Blaze. And we also have, the various things. We've got the Crimson Minotaur and stuff. So, do you have a preference?
I look at Rick.
I'll just get bottled water, thanks.
Okay, bottled water. We have Berry Blast if you like it.
That's fine, thanks.
All right. Bottle of water for you. Anything else?
I'll get 4 bottles too, please.
4 bottles of water. Yeah.
Oh, of course. He takes them over to the counter for you and starts ringing them up. Beep. 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 Oh, these are a lot of snacks. Very high protein. Are you all athletes?
Something like that, yeah.
We're in a league.
He runs his eye over, particularly Crisis. No, not athletes. worse, adventurers.
Something like that, yeah.
I noticed from the size of your gun.
Not small, yeah.
Very polished. Doesn't see a lot of use then, I see.
No, I'm just a man who happens to take care of his equipment.
Each their own. I'm not going to criticize you for liking to polish your weapon.
I wouldn't want it failing on me when I'm using it.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure you'll be fine. All right, altogether that comes to 2 gold, 5 silver.
I got this. And I'll flip him over the coins.
He hands you back any change if there's change. I assume there's not, but... Alright,
No.
do you need a bag or are you happy carrying them?
I'll get a bag, thanks.
Alright, he puts it into a paper bag for you. Alright, well, good luck on whatever mission you're on this time.
Oh. Thanks very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Have a good day.
Bye now.
He gives you a friendly little wave.
I must admit, Rick, that I did expect the steakhouse snacks to be a little more exciting. And she looks back wistfully at all of the pretty, colourful, bombastic flavoured things.
Oh, there is like a whole row of gummy type snacks there that the girls were standing in front of.
But this is the life of a badass stakeout detective. And
No, I just like beef jerky.
I was gonna say, I really hate to burst your bubble, bud, but this is not gonna be as exciting as you think it is.
I pull up my hood and I say, "We'll see about that, bud."
This is often considered kind of a punishment for some people if they screw up on the Force.
What?
Or at least it was.
Being on the Force.
At least for my group. Whenever we had some ex-city guard, ex-cops, detective ones join the group, they kind of talked about it as if it was kind of a punishment. But,
Of course they did. So you didn't try effort and take their sweet spot.
Did you used to volunteer, Rick?
Oh, hell yeah.
I am learning a lot about you, Rick. Type of man to enjoy a stakeout, huh?
Yep. Hey, no.
Alright.
Beat Walker, man.
Fair enough.
Alright,
So,
let's go get ourselves into position.
so you guys are going back to the tavern to wait? Question mark?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, we gotta go drive by the place, look at it.
We're gonna set up.
You're gonna go drive by the place.
We're
Okay.
gonna set ourselves up for stakeout.
Okay.
Yep. Find a place where we can park during the night to watch it.
Sure thing. Okay. So, you go find your way to park across the street. And you settle in. Meanwhile, not too far away, a few streets over, Hasa, you and Blake, your car pulls up outside of the Gurenjoy Industries. It is a very tall building. A lot of it is painted white. There are large panes of glass. It is very fancy. As you make your way through the front reception, you notice that there are, on either side of the reception, there are large fish tanks that seem to have almost what looks like a small version of kelp forests growing in and amongst it. The receptionist who greets you, she is wearing a bright pink shirt. It is done up very nicely. It is sleeveless. It's kind of got a bit sheer, But you seem to notice as you're looking around, a lot of the employees seem to be wearing a pop of like hot pink as part of their attire. As you walk up, Blake, having to trot to keep up with you because he is considerably shorter, posing as Rick Rake.
Oh no, I'm not Rick.
No, he changed back. He changed back.
Oh, so you are Blake, are we?
Yes, I'm.
We are Blake? We're sure?
What form are you in?
Well, yeah. Before we left the cab, I checked with you what you wanted. I was like,
Yeah, just the female Blake, the one that we discussed when we were all together.
all right. I turned into female Blake. I looked myself up and down because I'm in a suit. I'm imagining Glamour Weave is my own personal flair on how I want it to change. Do I have to do something to activate it to change between the preset slots, or?
It is basically, you don't have to do anything specific. It's more like you just think it. It is attuned to you, so you just have to think that you want it to change.
Ah, that's right. I did all those cartwheels to attune it.
Yes.
I look it up and down. I go, well, this won't do it. I click my fingers and it turns into like a nice floor-length ball gown dress.
You have 3 slots, correct? You don't have the fancy stuff like Breeze?
Yeah, I'm limited.
So it's got your regular clothes.
It doesn't have my regular clothes. It has a suit and it has this dress and then one blank. I just wear my regular clothes. I'm not that rich that I threw my old clothes out.
Okay. So you are wearing a floor-length ball gown.
Yeah, actually, no, cocktail dress. Nice cocktail dress. Fuck it.
Cocktail dress. Okay.
Yeah.
And you are in female form.
Yes.
That would, your choice, man.
I am.
Could have been making a fashion statement, but. So, you walk on. Are you holding on to Haas's arm, or are you looking like a assistant?
Oh, I'm holding his arm. I'm way too pretty to be an assistant.
All right. You reach the reception desk. There is a very pretty young woman there. She's got kind of like a pale pink hair. She's got pointed ears. You can see that her skin is very slightly tinged green. She has that hot pink shirt on, as well as a very fitted white skirt to her knees. You do notice that she has a series of bracelets running all the way up her arms, which look kind of like willow leaves, as she is tapping away at her computer. You can see she's got a little name badge on her lapel, where her lapel would be. It says that essentially it says Gurunjoy Industries, and underneath her name, which is Iris. Welcome to Gurunjoy Industries. May I have your name, please?
Harsa, Mistweaver. Harsa Rook.
Oh, Mr. Rook, we've been expecting you. If you'd like, you can follow me through, and I will take you through to the meeting room.
Of course.
As she's leading you through, you watch as she stands, and she's holding a clipboard as she leads you through the hallways, which is, again, more of these hallways seem to have these large kelp forest styled aquariums set up, until eventually she leads you into a room where there is a very large, long glass desk. You can see that it's got carved wooden legs supporting it that seem to have these curling patterns underneath to support the weight of the glass. And she indicates for you to take a seat in one of the very cushy green suede chairs, as you find yourself presented with a very pastel pink milkshake and a bag of macarons, like a little basket of macarons.
All right.
Lady Luxurious will be here shortly. Is there anything that I can get for you at all?
No, I believe as a player, I am forgetting the name that you randomly generated, May. Can you remind me what you called yourself on the phone? I think it was like Shimmer or something.
I think it was Glimmer. Yeah.
It was Glimmer.
I believe Glimmer organized any additional things. This is plenty for now, thank you.
Oh, you're certainly. Well, don't hesitate to ask, and we're willing to do whatever we need to work with you.
Whatever.
She kind of sits there as you speak, Blake.
Was there something that you needed, ma'am?
No, I just interesting choice of words is all.
Oh, the company has been waiting a very, very long time to work with Mr. Rook. So whatever we can do to make him comfortable, we're willing to accommodate within reason.
Fair enough. That's not what you just said, but
Is there something Mr. Rook needs to be comfortable?
This is plenty for now, thank you. I apologize for the implication, and I side-eye Blake.
I come and I sit on like the arm of the chair that Haas is sitting in. I'm like, what? She said whatever you wanted.
Perhaps a matter to be discussed with their leader.
Very well.
And she leaves to go back to the reception desk, leaving you there for a moment with your milkshake and macarons.
Bro, I've never seen you in this like businessy situation. Why are you so uptight? Are you nervous?
I am not nervous. I am simply aware that this is a position that has connections to my family.
What's your family like?
Professional.
That's not really an answer, is it?
Not really a circumstance in which I should talk about them.
Come on.
I'll tell you what. We get through this, and you get the information that you need, we get the information we need, then maybe I will talk.
Are we alone in this room at the moment?
Yes, you are.
I flop over like the entire lounge. I'm like across Haas's lap. I'm like, come on! Give me just a little detail.
Well, as you heard, actually, no, I don't think you did hear. You were a little distracted. If you wanted to find out more information about the Rook dynasty, you may have been better suited going to the gala.
I start kicking my legs in the air like above you, just like a back and forth. Come on, I'm not going to the gala. I wasn't invited.
Yes, well, perhaps Breeze can tell you all about my family when she goes to meet them.
Breeze is meeting your whole family?
Well, no, apparently she is organized to accompany my younger sister.
Is she the cute one that was on the phone?
No, that was a different sibling.
How many siblings you got?
Plenty. I have 3 younger sisters, a younger brother, and an older brother.
Cool.
Blake, roll me an insight.
Let me roll an insight tonight. Blake knows things about some stuff.
Roll a deception, Tide Runner.
It's not a deception.
I know-
I have
I
3
know-
younger sisters.
I know it's not a deception, but for lack of exactly what this is, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I can't exactly say exactly what it is, can I? Because
You got it, or you need?
yeah,
Woo, you suck.
yeah, Haas is telling the truth, but there's something. Like, you're not exactly sure what it is, but there's something he's not necessarily telling the truth about or being honest about.
You're a real cagey dude, you know that?
I'm being perfectly honest. Right
Uh-huh.
now, I have 3 younger sisters, a younger brother, and an older brother.
What's their names?
Oh, mate, that's... Why are you gonna mess with me like this? Now I have to go search shit.
I can at least tell you your sister's names because you haven't even shared your brother's names with me.
They're in the family tree.
I know they're. I'll have a quick look.
How come your sister didn't have an accent, but you do? And I boop you on the nose.
Sorry, my mistake. I read that wrong. It's 3 younger sisters, a younger brother, and that's all.
Yes.
I was misreading my own
Oh my
entry as Hasa on
Yes,
the tree.
you are the older brother.
I am the older brother. Yes. I have. So imagine that he just said he has younger siblings.
Yeah.
I have 3 triplet younger sisters: Etty, Tammy, and Kin, and my younger brother, May.
So which one did I talk to on the phone?
That would have been Etty.
How come Eddie doesn't have an accent, but you do?
Stop that. Probably locality, I guess. She spent a lot of her time studying and influenced by the people around her. And I had other influences.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure they talk.
I don't know. You sure the accent isn't fake?
I'm sure that in this circumstance, this accent is exactly what it needs to be.
There you go again with these not answers.
Here's an answer.
As you go to
Perhaps
answer, the
it's-
door opens, and in walks the lady you saw from the security camera.
Cool.
Lady Hyronia Luxurious, followed by a very, very tall Heron in a suit. He has dark pink eyes, and he is standing behind her like a bodyguard. This gentleman, I have to send it in general because it won't load into Roll20 for you. So there you go, guys.
If I see this, I sit up quickly. I give Hasa a kiss on the cheek, and I say, "Darling, very funny story." And I stand up from Lane, like I get up from Lane across him. Damn, I forgot
Thank
how
you.
bad she was.
All right. I stand up and I walk over to greet them. I give a sort of semi-bow type thing to her.
Oh my god, do I get to curtsy?
He does side-eye you a little bit, waiting for you to do something along those lines, yes.
I curtsy.
Here we go. Helps if I put it in the right channel. Let's go. There we go.
Oh, hello, Mr. Rook. It's wonderful to be working with you.
Oh, I visually cringe at that voice.
I mean, it's taken us a very, very long time to finally get through to you. To be working with an alchemist of your prestige is, well, it's really quite something.
I am honored by the offer. However, I must clarify, this is a discussion, a compatibility check as much as it is a conversation.
Oh,
I have
of
not
course,
signed
yes.
anything yet.
No, I completely understand. Honestly, with you, I believe that we can truly take my family's perfume company right through to the future. We've been working for a very, very long time. We were never able to perfect the Rainbow Gurrenjoy.
I understand. Well, if anyone can find the missing links for you, it is probably myself.
Oh, of course. I don't know how familiar you are with my family's perfumes and things like that.
I must admit, I'm not keenly knowledgeable in such fields.
Oh, well, that is unusual. All of the sites and papers have been saying that you've been hanging around with the Spring Princess. I would have assumed that you might have brought her with you.
Unfortunately, I am not in such a authoritative position to give demands to someone of that standing, my lady.
How very strange. Not from the rumors that I had heard, but clearly the rumors are mistaken.
What rumors have you heard?
That is a good question as well, yes.
Oh, I would hate to be the bearer of gossip, but don't you keep in line with all of the papers on the marriage mart and what's going on in the Eladrin courts? I would have thought with someone with your family would have been interested.
Nah, tell me what my house has been up to.
Oh, I don't know what Mr. Rook has been up to, but there's so much talk around the marriage mart and things like that, and someone in my kind of place, we do try to keep contact with it all, because obviously the fashion side of the business does like to get as many contracts as possible for wedding dresses and things like that.
I am I must admit, a little taken aback by the concept, but I would prefer, if I may be blunt, if you might not dance around the topic. Please explain, what exactly are you implying?
I walk up and I twirl myself under Haas's arm, and I'm like, "Oh, darling, you're getting married to the princess of all people."
No, not necessarily.
When are you going to tell me?
Not necessarily, but there is talk that during the seasonal balls that all the perpetual partners that are on various lists are, going to be present and, mingle and all that kind of things. And it's been long talked about that Mr. Rook here has been on the Spring Queen's eye for quite a while.
I'm afraid I do not keep an eye on such things at the moment. My work is quite important.
Oh, I completely understand with the tragedy in your family. I'm so sorry for your loss.
You are very kind. If we might turn things to a more productive discussion, I do apologize.
Of course, I wouldn't want to linger on uncomfortable feelings. If you would like, we can go over all of the papers and I can show you the various formulations that we've already used.
That would be quite a good start, yes.
Oh, wonderful. Well, please take a seat. Is there anything else we can get for you to be more comfortable?
No, this is fine, thank you.
But before we get started, that dress is beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Can you give me a little spin so I can just... It's just so gorgeous.
Roll me persuasion.
Oh, God damn it, Tegan.
Oh, I'm incredibly sorry, but I really should be getting on to business with Mr. Rook. I'm assuming that someone as busy as he is, we only have a limited amount of time for me to convince him that this was going to be a profitable business arrangement.
Yeah, but darling, and I look to Hasa, I really love that dress.
You hear
Surely you can find some time.
Grunt from the bodyguard who is standing behind her, his arms crossed, looking down at you. He stands taller than you by a good 1.5 feet.
What's your problem? Tall, dark, and gloomy?
Hyronia moves over to the table and starts opening up binders full of papers and information. You can see over her shoulders sketches of different plants, flowers, a various range of kelps and seaweeds as she starts going through it all with you, Hasa. All stuff that you completely understand about potion making and in general scent making.
Yeah, no. As it would probably apply a lot more than he was expecting, considering, he got his name from manipulating these kind of things.
Yep.
Yeah. So he starts seeing them and eyeing them and just sort of he tries to have feigned interest at first. And then as he's seeing the different chemical compositions and stuff, the geek in him is kind of coming out a bit and he's starting to actually look into it.
And starting to talk animatedly about especially when she starts turning back in this very large tome that she seems to have, and as the pages are getting further and further back, you start to realize, Hasa, that the pages are getting older and older and older, to the point that you realize that this very first recipe that you are looking at in front of you, that is very perfectly preserved, you can feel the vibration of preservation spells on it. You realize that this very first Gurunjoy perfume recipe that you're looking at, written in a very, very old, very confident hand, you can see that it's actually written in Old Triton, and you realize that this old recipe is roughly 10,000 years old at a glance.
Nice. These are incredible. I can see why you are at the top of the game, as they say.
Yes. My many times great-grandfather was the creator of it. It's very, very fascinating. They found a way to manipulate, I suppose, umehime, venom to put into it to make it stick to the skin and somehow make it so that it's enticing to prospective partners.
Of course, like a primitive pheromone of types. I see.
Exactly.
Right, okay.
So, and she closes it very carefully.
So, would you be interested in helping us formulate the most recent evolution of it? You would obviously have full access to our labs and the like.
I will have... It seems like the task ahead is relatively simple to understand, but not so simple to undertake. I might take the opportunity to discuss this with my peers and my team before coming to a decision.
Oh, of course. Obviously, if it all works out, obviously there'll be contracts and the like to sign and whatnot. But I really, really hope that there's a way that we can go forward together.
Absolutely. From what it looks, this is definitely quite the ambitious step forward, but I would be very interested to be part, as long as I have the opportunity to discuss.
Oh, of course.
And so eventually she bids you a good day, saying that she hopes to look forward to your response within the next few days after discussing with your team, insisting that this is a very lucrative one-time offer that she's offering you. And you find yourself back out on the sidewalk with Blake.
All right. I put in a notification for the same Uber, the Fubar driver.
Yep, Fubar. Yep.
And get him to take us back to, I guess, the inn?
Okay, so you go back to... You guys make your way back to the inn that you're staying at?
As soon as the car door shuts, I change into her. I'm like, oh my god, so we would love to have you. Ooh, Hasa, you marrying the princess? And I turn back to myself.
I, full on smack the back of the head. Honestly.
Hey, not my fault, man. You're the one marrying the princess.
gossip.
You know she's gonna hate it when she hears that.
Honestly, I think that it is something we have both heard plenty of.
But Crisis is gonna love it.
What do you mean?
Oh my god, he's gonna have such a field day with you two getting married. You're never gonna hear the end of it.
I'm not sure I understand.
Do you reckon Breeze will let him be the ring boy?
Oh. Wait. It's not happening.
Well, not with that attitude.
Just... Can you get in contact with them or not?
Get in contact with who?
With our team, Blake.
Yeah, of course I can.
Pulls out his phone.
For a genius, you say some dumb shit sometimes, Arthur.
So, for those sitting outside the residence of Lady Hyronia Luxurious, you see, sitting there, as you're sitting there, at the front of the building, you do see one of the windows on the left-hand side open, and standing in the window appears to be a chef who seems to be kneading a rather large lump of dough. He's a tall gentleman. You can see his rather protuberant front tusks as he is really putting all of his weight into this dough. You can see his floppy chef's hat as he's cooking something. There's a bit of a flush to one side of his face where you can assume is the cooking fire, and it's oppressive heat pushing against him. In the shade, you see a shadow kind of enter behind him. He kind of turns. You can't hear what he's saying, but he's talking to them, and then the shadow disappears back into the house once more. After a few minutes, you watch as the front door opens, and what appears to be a guard steps out, light a cigarette, and take a few drags. He seems to yell something back into the house. Just roll me a perception, anyone who would like to catch what he's saying.
Perception.
If I can find my character sheet, I will. There it is. And as we were chatting, I'm like, and she's so beautiful. I bet she has the most wonderful, deep, resonant voice.
What?
Rick's only half paying attention to what you're saying. As Rick, you hear the guard shout back into the house, which is, "Yeah, His Majesty's ready for lunch whenever you've got it." As he takes another 2 quick drags, drops the cigarette, crushes it under the toe of his shoe, and he kicks it to one side, goes back in the house. You see the chef's mouth move as he's kind of responding to whatever the guard had said.
His Majesty? I didn't think she was married.
It didn't say anything on the socials about her being married, did it?
Does she have any family? Like maybe it's referring to like a little brother or cousin or something?
I'll do some online research just to see if she has.
All of her social pages, they do seem very cultivated. There doesn't seem to be any significant other. A lot of her hexagram photos seem to be her out with groups of friends, both male and female. There seems to be her posing with various forms of perfume. You do see a couple pictures of Spring and Summer Eladrin, her posing with them. They're clearly in wedding dresses and things like that. There are photos of her with champagne at like launches and stuff like this. It's all very cultivated, reasonably private though, as in this is very clearly her public profile page.
And nothing about family or anything?
No. she's clearly very careful about what she's putting out as her online persona.
Do you think it would be risky if one person got inside just to... No, this is a stakeout. You don't infiltrate on the stakeout. If you infiltrate on a stakeout, it means things have gone wrong. Is that right, Rick?
Yeah. The whole point of the stakeout is just to see the comings and goings sort of thing.
Okay, no hasty action.
As you're holding your phone, Breeze, it starts vibrating. Here's the chef, by the way. As it starts vibrating, and you see Blake's name come up on the screen.
Don't you do it. I can see you. Don't you hang up on me.
I am. So. She's it outside, though, and then answers. Everything going okay?
Everything's wonderful. We're heading back to the inn.
Oh, is that the idiots? Put them on speaker.
I roll up the windows and then put them on speaker.
Crisis, are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
So, yeah, I can turn into her. She's super annoying, but so it's gonna be so much fun. Anyway, Hasa and Breeze are getting married apparently.
Congratulations.
I know, it's been a big week.
Thank you. Will you be my ring boy?
How come he gets to be the ring boy?
I guess you've been looking at some of the gossip rags. Stuff like this comes up all the time. Somebody's always being rumored to marry somebody. This wedding isn't happening because Hasa hasn't proposed yet.
That's really slack, Hasa.
So you two are actually a thing?
No.
I'm confused.
I was making the funny.
You know, wouldn't be my first time marrying royalty.
Wait, what?
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 That makes sense.
That's not me. Hang on. I think that's a rolling thing.
How goes the stakeout?
Hasa, we're in the middle of something. Don't interrupt.
So,
we have lost snacks.
yeah, beef jerky sure is something. And water,
Told
too.
you should have gotten pretzels.
You're eating beef jerky?
I got pretzels because I'm a smart.
I tried beef jerky and then I gave up.
Do you want me to bring you some actual, snacks?
No, don't approach us.
So what we've discovered is there is somebody inside the house referred to as, you're the one who heard it, Rick. What did they say?
They refer to him as the master.
The master.
Out of character.
That wasn't it at all. It was His Majesty.
His Majesty.
His Majesty. Sorry.
I mean,
I'm old.
There's royalty in there? Could it just be like a dad?
Or maybe just a dog that she treats like a prince.
That's fair.
I didn't even think about that,
name.
yeah.
Yeah, could be the name.
Keep your eye out. She has a big, stupid rabbit bodyguard.
Well, she's working right now, so he's probably with her, but
it would be weird
yes.
if you went into the house without the big stupid rabbit bodyguard.
Yes, it seems she has a personal escort, so perhaps service members might be a better idea than disguising as her.
Well, you probably should have introduced me to a few more service members than just the one at the front desk.
I don't think her staff at the workplace are going to show up to her house, Blake. I'm more talking about maids, things like that.
And plus, the idea was, I thought it was more that if you got caught if it was in a situation where you couldn't get out without being seen, then you become her. So you're quiet on the way in, but on the way out, you're like, oh, I had to pop back for something. I had to grab my ring. I wanted to show some people. You know, that sort of thing is what I was thinking.
That makes so much more sense.
Uh-huh.
You guys really need to work on explaining your plan to me.
You need to be part of the planning process.
I thought you were there, to be honest, when we were planning it, but then you'd wandered off. I only found out later.
Yeah, you missed a really, really fucking smart move by Breeze. Like, you weren't even there.
Anyway, so yeah.
I just.
Oh, I told Blake that you were attending the gala with a particular guest, and he is intrigued.
Yeah, why are you going? You going on a date with Haas's sister? You got to tell me all about that.
I call it a date. We're accompanying each other, and I'm a professional.
Of course, very professional.
You're a professional dater?
I'm a professional adventurer, and professional adventurers do what needs to be done. And if I have to do Haas's sister, then no, I'm joking. Haas, that was a joke. Please.
What?
If I have to, if I have to, I'm so sorry.
You guys' started adventures are so much more fun than the ones I had to start with.
No. So we're adventurers, and I knew that she was going, and I needed an inn to get into the gala. So
why weren't you invited to
because
the
we
gala?
both believe in the cause. I don't know. I didn't ask.
What's the cause
Charity.
of?
Arity.
It's important concerns.
You don't remember, do you, Breeze?
No.
Yeah, Breeze doesn't remember.
No, Breeze probably remembers, right? Hopefully.
They are the works. They are the works and potential expedition into looking into the works of the ancient heretic / philosopher Theory Thasachawi.
Wow. Okay.
What was that, Breeze? Can you try?
Theory Thasachawi, such an important. Look, I'm not going to get into it. Just underappreciated. We just need to know more about their works.
I can't even pronounce their work.
Well, good. Yeah, good job you're not going to this gala then.
I'm gonna insight check. Never mind. I got a 3.
Anyway, we should probably get on with the stakeout.
I mean,
Yeah.
can we come and stake things out?
No, you should
can
not
stake
come
out
to us.
a different part, probably not our part, and you're kind of distinct looking, both of you.
Actually,
That's
that might
why
be
they
it.
should not.
To be fair, having them on the front doesn't give them the full perspective. We might benefit from having someone keep an eye on the other perspectives.
Why can't I just go in and steal it now?
Because
I mean, liberate it now.
they're all there, and this is more fun.
Fair call. Fair call. Fun. Yeah, okay.
And that, means we don't have any reason for the certain party members to go to the gala.
I don't want to go to the
Right
gala.
now, I mean, she's not there.
Okay.
So, are we done? Can I hang up the phone now, or?
We get to listen in real time as people actually struggle to hang up.
Oh,
You hang up first.
I'll reach over and I'll just press the hang up button.
Okay, you press the hang up button, leaving the rest of you in the car.
I ring back. I can't believe you hung up on me.
Oh, for God's sake, no, you do not.
I don't answer. I cut off the call.
Yeah.
Oh, lucky I didn't
Didn't
ring
even
you
let it
back.
ring out.
I used a story point to not ring you back.
Okay, so the rest of you are sitting in the car watching the front of this building.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to ask Rick. So then, do we just sit here watching the front, or do we need to go around the back? Do we need to do anything else?
Yeah, we probably wouldn't be better off with someone at the back as well.
Ah.
All right.
2 in the
Well,
front,
it's-
1 in the back.
All right.
I've got this hood, so I'll go around
Do
the
we
back.
have it?
And I
No, it's all right. I got this.
Yeah.
Do we have a clipboard or something here?
Let me see. Hang on.
so much junk in Blake's car. Wow.
My car's spotless, thank you very
Oh,
much.
so much stuff on the floor. Does he clean this week?
Let's see.
I would like to use a story point to say
We don't
Bruce
have story
Bruce-
points, and you're not here.
I have 6 Christmas ornaments.
Oh
You
god.
find 6 Christmas ornaments. Just roll me a quick investigation to see what Blake actually has in his car. It is relatively clean, I will say. He does clean the rubbish out of it.
God!
Hang on, let me have a
What the hell
go.
is going on tonight? Honestly.
Come on. Investigate.
Breeze, we need you to be the competent one. Thank God!
Crisis is trying to look in the glove book. There's nothing in there but a manual and, an empty packet of tissues. Breeze, you managed to look in the trunk/boot of the car, and you do find what appears to be a baseball cap of some description. It seems to be a leftover baseball cap from the... it looks very similar to the one that Crisis is actually wearing from the pub crawl. The yellow baseball cap.
Okay. I say, no clipboard, Rick, but I found this baseball cap in the boot.
That'll do.
Do you want the Christmas ornaments? No.
Would you like the
What
Christmas
do the Christmas ornaments look like?
They're just glass bowls with the ornament top on it.
Okay, no.
earrings?
I was originally going to turn these into improvised hand grenades, but if you need them for something else.
No, it's all good.
Improvised hand grenades.
Yeah, that's why I got this holy water and this 2 pounds of salt.
I'll help.
No, it's all right. I got this.
Okay.
Okay.
Rick will take his trench coat off.
Yep. You're wearing a white
Yep.
shirt underneath with a red tie.
He's got the white shirt, got the red tie, all buttoned up, nice and neat, pulled up. He'll
Looking
put the
like your
cap on his head.
proverbial Jehovah's Witness. Yep.
Pretty much.
Put on
And
a cap.
I'll put on the cap and start walking towards I'll be knocking on other doors.
Okay. There are a few people that pretend like they're not home. Until eventually you make your way to the front of this house.
And knock on the door.
There is a momentary pause until the door opens. And a gentleman, he is reasonably tall. He is 6.5 feet tall, roughly, give or take. It's hard to tell when you only come up to his kneecaps. He's in a charcoal suit, very well put together. He has a little gold pin on his lapel. But the weirdest thing about him is his hands and his face. He seems to have one eye that seems to glow almost like a burnt out light. You can see that he has cracks all over his shadowy skin. It is quite dark, but it's almost like it is made of smoky etherealness itself. As he looks down at you, this butler looks down at you. Yes.
Hello, sir. Can I interest you in our Lord and Savior?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The lady of the house is not here at the moment.
Not just for the lady of the house. He's for everyone.
And
Can I come in and discuss this?
The lady of the house.
And I'll
is
sort of
not
look around.
You see a very long marble hallway. There are doors closed on one side. On the left-hand side, you see a door open to the kitchen where you can see the half-orc gentleman standing there, now shaping what appears to be bread loaves. As I said, the lady of the house isn't here. I cannot be permitted to let you in.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to stand here and talk about it then, sir?
Pray tell, what lord are you talking about?
Hobugala.
I have to admit I haven't heard of this Ubugala.
He's just new in town.
Interesting.
He's an up-and-coming god. Well, that's what my pastor told me anyway.
Interesting. Have you heard of the Lord of Commerce, Zunis?
No, just Hobugala.
If you are interested, I could talk to you about him.
Sure. We can compare.
Certainly. Would you like to come in?
Thank you, sir.
Please, follow me into the kitchen.
I'm not permitted to let you in. Please come in.
He leads you into the kitchen where the half-orc kind of lifts an eye, but goes over, brings you a cup of tea. You watch, the rest of you who are in the car, you watch as this butler leans out, looks left, looks right, and slowly closes the door.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You are led into the kitchen and seated on a stool and handed a cup of tea and what appears to be a coconut biscuit.
Truly, that's how you know he's going to do evil things to you. Coconut biscuit.
God.
So Rick will just sit there with his tea in one hand and his biscuit in the other. And he'll start to raise it to his lips and he goes, so, and then he'll put it down again. So, are you also interested in the Lord and Savior Hybugala? To the chef.
He just kind of looks at you, raises an eyebrow. No, I am more interested in getting my bread done and getting the cat fed.
I love pets. You've got a cat? I've got a dog myself.
Oh, the lady is not a fan of dogs, but cats she likes very much.
Okay. What sort of cat is it? A little tabby or a Persian blue or...
We have been trained around here to say he is the most perfect cat in all the world. Anything less would be traitorous to the lady.
So where is the little fella?
He is in her office. My wife is currently feeding him.
Ah, that's lovely.
As you say that, you watch as the door across the hallway is closed behind what is clearly a gargantuan woman. She's about as tall as this half-orc gentleman himself. He's roughly the 6'2" mark. This woman before you in this maid's costume, she is about 6'2" herself, looking reasonably humanoid. The only thing that might give away that she has some dwarven heritage is her sheer width. She is solid. So.
Damn, she thick.
Rick, this is as this maid carries the tray back into the kitchen.
Oh, hello, dear.
Hello, ma'am.
I didn't realize we had visitors.
We're just going to talk about my Lord and Savior Hybugala.
Oh. Another good one has gone to the church. Oh, well, are you having much luck selling it, dear?
We're only new, so I've just been going from door to door, and your friend here's let me in, so it's looking good so far.
Yeah, yes. And Megan really likes talking about Zunis. You know, he is, after all, the lady's great many times grandfather.
What?
Oh, yes, the lady's descended from a god.
Wow, that's amazing.
Oh, of course. It's one of the right reasons we're so dedicated to her. Anyone who worships Zunis, you know, tend to do well in business. After all, he is the god of commerce.
Yeah, so your friend was saying.
Yes, he's also the patron saint of perfumiers. Understandable considering the lady's line of work.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, she makes perfumes and clothes and things like that. Caters to the nobility.
Oh, yeah. I'm not big into that. That's too smelly for me.
Oh, completely understandable. Oh, and she looks like she's about to say something else when her husband, the half-orc, swats her on the backside. Get along with you. You need to go do the cleaning. After all, the lady said something about the dust on her vanity. She uses too much face powder as it is. It gets everywhere. But you were supposed to do it about 2 hours ago. She's going to be home in about an hour. She goes,
Oh, yes, dear, you're probably right. Oh, well, good luck with your proselytizing about Ogala Boogala, was it? Sir?
Hi, Boogala.
Awesome. Wonderful. Yes, anyway, good luck.
and
Thank you.
she disappears upstairs as the butler comes back over to you and folds himself down onto a stool the same size as yours, which looks ridiculous because all of his limbs there's a kind of floatiness to them as his knees kind of rise. He's clearly very tall and he's not designed to sit on stools very easily. I'm sure.
Can't relate.
I was about to say. You watch, his face is completely impassive. There is no emotion whatsoever to this man. As he steeples his fingers and rests his elbows on his raised knees.
So you want me to tell you about my god? You might want to change. You never know.
I brought you in to talk about my god.
Oh, bummer. Well, if you tell me about yours, I'll tell you about mine. That sounds fair.
Certainly. And in the time we're talking, the lady should arrive home, and perhaps you can discuss.
Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that.
Meanwhile, across the street, the rest of you are panicking. I assume.
I mean, that was pretty suspicious the way he looked around and then closed the windows as though he was seeing if anybody was checking.
Rick's gonna feel into his pocket
Okay.
and dials Bree's phone.
Okay. Breeze, your phone vibrates in your hand as Rick's face comes up on the screen. You can cut. The hilarious part about it is it looks too close, like it's an up the nose shot a little bit. like he didn't really know how to take a photo of himself.
It's almost like an eyeball shot.
Do you answer?
Oh crap, I've been muted this whole time. What was the last thing you heard me say?
I think the phone, you looked at it, I think you said.
I don't even know how I muted myself. Okay, yeah, I answer, but I don't say anything. I just tell the others to shh, and I stay quiet just in case.
I mean, it's just you and me.
You can hear this. Yeah, and Bao.
And Professor Spells, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
You can hear this monotone voice. There is no emotion in this man's voice. And there's kind of this weird lilt and hitch to it, like it's almost different voices. Crisis. Roll me a wisdom save.
Oh.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy! I should really take a level and make sure I get a saving throw of wisdom. That is a 5.
That is a 5, as this voice resonates with you. It troubles you. It fills you with anxiety, fear, concern, terror, as you're not sure why this is resonating with you. But something about this man's voice, you just hear in your mind this word of Karada, my son. There's something about it, and there's this terrifying realization that you start to see in your mind's eye, watching your son's face disappear as parts of Tiefling's skin seem to flake off like ash as it starts to reveal this amorphous smoke-like skin, a voice that seems to resonate as slowly your son gets quieter and quieter until one day he comes home sounding like someone else. Not his voice, even his mannerisms, but this weirdness to him that while he seems to be talking with this joy in his voice, just deadpan face, no response, no joy, no laughter. There is no emotion behind his face, the way he behaves, as this terror for your son fills you, a worry of not knowing what's happening to him. And then the memory that you had to send him away in case she found him like this. Knowing that she wouldn't stop until she had fixed him, until she had helped him. So you had sent him away to protect your son from her. But you can't remember who she is. Brazenbow, you start to realize that Crisis has gone really pale. He's shaking, he's sweating. His pupils have dilated.
I was just about to touch him. No.
You're not, sir. You can't tell that.
You can't say that. I grab his arm.
He does not react.
Shake him. Shaking always works, right?
Yeah, no reaction.
I do a medicine check if I can, maybe.
You can certainly try. Go for it.
Or something else, like.
No, you can do a medicine. A medicine will cover this. Yeah,
Hey.
you're fine. He's clearly having some kind of flashback, some kind of PTSD. He seems to be also having simultaneously having an anxiety attack. But you can see that he's lost in this memory. He's so badly dissociated that he cannot. You can tell that he's not physically responding to stimuli. That his mind, wherever it is right now, his body is not perceiving that it can feel the real world right now.
If I cover up, because I don't want to hang up on Rick, if I cover up the sound on my
Can you just mute the phone?
Yeah, if I mute my phone quickly.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know why. I was just imagining putting my hand over the speaker part for some fucking reason. I mute it quickly. Does it seem to have make a difference?
Roll a wisdom save, Crisis. Yes, Crisis, you blink, and you can feel the hardness of the seat kind of like cutting into your skin a little bit. You can feel the warmth of Breeze's hand on you, like on your hand. You can feel like like she's shaking you a little bit, but as the sound goes away and the voice gets quieter because you can't hear it as well, you can blink and you start to realize that you're somewhere else. You're not in that memory. You're not there.
Rick needs to leave now.
Okay,
Breeze, I don't know who he is talking to, but just the sound of his voice alone is scaring me. And I think I know this person somehow, but I don't know how. But Rick needs to leave.
I mean, people get phone calls all the time, right? I could technically hang up.
Yeah.
Rick, and then just call him and say he needs to meet his friends. Okay, I'll hang up the phone, and I'll try and call Rick back.
Okay. Rick, your phone starts to vibrate in your pocket. It starts to...
Sorry,
what does your
just
ringtone
gonna
sound
grab
like,
this, sorry.
Rick, by the way?
Oh, it's just the old standard home phone ring.
Yep, sounds like...
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
No,
Nokia.
it's just like an old phone ring, so I'm assuming the kind of thing.
Pretty much.
Tell the age of Rosewood.
No, that's not it at all.
So, your phone rings as the gentleman in front of you is talking about Zunis. He pauses for you to answer your phone. That one. Yes, that one.
Hello?
There's a crisis at the chapel. You've got to come quickly. Somebody's destroyed some batch of our flyers.
Oh, golly gee. All right, Beth, I'll be right there.
Thank you. See you in a minute. Thank you kindly. Blessed be.
Okay.
And I'll hang it up.
Sorry, I've got to cut our talk short. Someone's trashed out pamphlets. I'm gonna go back and sort that all out.
Of course. Do what you have to do.
But don't worry, I'll come back later and we can continue this conversation.
Of course. Would you like some cookies for the road?
Ah, that would be very nice, thank you. Sorry I didn't get to finish didn't touch my tea, sorry about that. But
No.
I've got to go.
I understand. Religious dialogue excites me.
Excellent, we can take this up later then.
Of course. As he packs up about 6 cookies into a little cardboard box and hands it to you, he walks you to the front door. I hope you have a
Thank you.
wonderful day.
You too. May High Boomeadow be with you.
May God
And I'll wave.
always fill your pockets.
That would be nice. Alright, bye now. I better rush.
And I'll start walking off down the road away from the...
He closes the door quietly. There's almost no sound of it latching behind you. That's how quiet it is.
Based on the door, like, do we see him leave and walk in the other direction?
No.
I don't remember. No, okay.
The butler just closes the door behind Rick as you watch as Rick skips down the stairs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We see though.
Oh yeah,
we
yeah.
have
You
sight
see,
on the door.
Rick
Okay.
leave and like start heading down the sidewalk.
down the sidewalk, and I'll pick the phone up and ring you back again.
So
What the hell was that?
whoever that person was caused a crisis to have PTSD.
Oh, great. Does he know who it was?
Crisis?
What?
Who was that? Why did he have to get out of there?
I don't know. He made me think of my son and of my son disappearing, and I don't know.
Do you think this person made you have a son?
Yeah, yes, I think so. But Roland has a son, not me. Roland does. But yes, yeah, Roland has a whole bunch of kids. The point being, I don't know why, but something isn't right.
Where should we meet you, Rick? We'll talk about it when we get you safe in the car.
Go the other way around the block.
Okay.
Breeze, you climb into the front seat.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say Roland will take stock of his situation. He's like, you know what? I shouldn't be driving right now, and I'll
He's
move over to
now.
the side. Or fucking Crisis. God damn
Crisis,
it.
yeah. As Breeze,
interesting.
you slide into the front seat, rest your hands on the steering wheel.
Seen it done.
Roll me vehicle handling, which is if you don't have a proficiency for it, what is it? Isn't it?
Is it dexterity?
I think it's Dex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kidoke.
Let's see how you do.
Okay. How about I drive? Because I feel like this is
Wait,
also
let's see what
around,
happens.
you know?
See what happens first.
Breeze, you pump yourself up. You put your hands on the steering wheel. You put your feet on the pedals. You turn the key. You realize you haven't got your foot on the clutch as it goes and it refuses to start.
All right. How about we switch seats real quick?
As it starts to make that noise, you kind of panic a little bit, take your feet off, and it kind of bunny hops.
But look, it's supposed to hop, I think.
Nope. Not at all.
Maybe you
how
just
about
didn't make me do it before because you're not as good of a driver as I am. And I continue to do the thing that makes it bunny hop.
Just to prove her point, she does it again.
It's doing that because you're destroying the engine.
Somewhere Blake is crying in mechanic. Breeze.
Right.
Crisis, as you're taking stock of yourself and you're trying to take stock of yourself, you know what? I imagine you're kind of starting to talk Breeze through this. A little bit. If you'd like.
Yeah.
Breeze, roll me a dex. What are you doing, Bao?
Oh, I want to see this. Oh, okay.
I use that 16 for something. You're in the back seat.
Hey, I could use it if we crash.
We can use it if you crash. Okay, so Breeze, as Crisis takes a bit of a deep breath and tells you, the car's got to start in neutral and all this kind of stuff, roll me another dex with advantage just for the assistance.
20. I told you I was good at this.
He's a really
If I can drive a car with a bullet hole in me, I can teach you how to drive a car while I'm panicking.
Yep. So it is. You do manage to talk her through it very slowly and calmly. Breeze starts to relax a little bit. Get it? You are helping by, controlling the gear change. So you were helping a little bit with that, like telling her when she needs to clutch and things like this. She does manage to pull off a U-turn. There is a little bit of screaming internally as cars are coming towards you. But you do manage to do a U-turn and you do manage to make your way around the block in the reverse direction, which does incidentally give you a really good view that the whole back end of this building is surrounded by a wall. Like a walled-in courtyard kind of thing. So
okay,
you do get to see that at least. It is a manual, yes. You are very quiet.
I have a driver usually. So.
Is it just me that's thinking that Bao is really quiet?
Yeah, she's
just now.
He's
Yeah,
quiet.
he's
He's quiet.
Uh-oh.
Say something.
Uh-oh.
He's gone.
I know he's from like the
He's
back seat
really
of the car,
quiet.
but
Really, really
I
quiet.
imagine his head's like in the bag of jerky.
just trying to figure this.
Will not be happy.
While Rick's been gone, Bao's ate all the jerky.
Bao has eaten his way through all the jerky, yeah. He's got like little greasy fingerprints. We will say that you do manage to pick up Rick, but before we pick this up, we'll quickly go for a quick 5-minute break. So we will be back in 5 minutes while we're getting Bow's sound fixed. And we'll see you in 5 minutes. Bye! Welcome back, everybody, to State of Anarchy. After Rick ended up getting rescued from talking about our Lord and Savior, Zunus, the god of commerce. That's great. He is one of the gods of commerce in the world. So, yes.
One of.
One of, yes. There are two gods of commerce, because all commerce gods love competition. So, because why else? You know, deals, competitions, things like that. That's fine. Needless to say, Hasa did spend some time geeking out as he actually kind of contemplated going into the perfume business. Somewhere there is a Dr. Psycho who is very excited by this turn of events. As my whole world starts to come together. Yes, but it did mean that Rick did get to go into the house and see some of the help that works there. He learned that the lady has a cat, apparently. And he got picked up by Crisis and Breeze, who had a bit of a driving lesson, which was fun. But yes, Crisis did indeed have a little bit of a panic attack for some unknown reason. However, back at the tavern, Hasa, as you are sitting there working on whatever project that you have picked up, decided to start while waiting for your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Your phone on the table next to you lights up and starts to vibrate as Tammy's face fills the screen.
Ah, damn it. Alright.
look at it.
Long
Blake?
sigh.
Blake? Across the room, your ears give a little twitch as Haas's phone starts to ring, as you notice someone who looks kind of like Haas's face appear on the screen, just kind of like at that half angle that you kind of see when you're sitting across from someone.
Hey, Hasa, quick competition of dexterity.
It's not fucking happening. The second he notices that it's picture
You got
attention,
nothing to worry about.
He's
That is
picked it
the
up.
shittest dex roll I've ever done.
Blake goes to grab it as Haasa, you snatch it before he can grab it into his hot little hands as your sister's face is flashing on the screen.
Are you gonna answer it?
Yeah, he'll answer it. Awfully peculiar for you to be calling me right now.
Is it awfully peculiar? After all, I know that you're with her.
With who?
Don't play stupid.
I turn into
I'm gonna
Breeze, sitting
I'm
across
gonna
the
be
table.
there in 2 days, and look, you know what an opportunity this is for me. Like, tell me about her so that I can, get in good with her.
You want my advice in picking up Breeze?
Not really picking up. You know who her family is. They control who get to become senior archivists at the library.
Oh, I'm well aware of that, yes.
And I want her to like me.
So at least, she doesn't think that I can't do the job. This is a test, right?
Here's my first step in the pyramid scheme of not fucking up. Don't treat it like a test, because it's probably not. She's a person.
Yeah, I know, but you can't tell me not to treat it like a test. We all treat these things like a test.
Don't you treat everything like a test, Hasa?
Of course I do, but that's me.
Is that her?
No,
I mean, it could be her.
it's not.
I imagine Haasa leaning away from Blake like, shut up!
Hey, Ty, when Blake transforms, does he transform fully?
Yeah.
Yeah, he can take on voices.
I'm sack tapping you.
That's wonderful. I'm Breeze.
Yep. It's not going to hurt as much, but it'll still hurt. Yeah, no. Look, the best, the best advice I can give. Don't treat this like a connection opportunity. Like, it's not a business transaction.
Well, how am I supposed to treat it?
Like you are two people attending a gala together. Treat her like a person. Have conversations. You're
Yeah, I
way
go to the
more
gala.
confident in that stuff than I am.
Yeah, as long as I'm talking about... Actually, we're going to a thing about books. I can talk to her about the books. She likes books,
Exactly.
doesn't she?
I no longer want to go to the gala.
Look, she would not be attending these kind of things if she did not need to or want to. Like,
Hasa.
that is my name, yes.
Does your sister know anything about magic being all fuckety uppity?
I would hope that an archivist would be aware of the changes, yes.
Well, does she have any advice?
One moment. I put it on speaker. Alright, you are on speaker, sister.
Oh, hello?
Hey, which sister's this?
Tammy?
This is the one going to the gala.
Oh, with Breeze. You're going with the princess. Cool.
Yeah. So you told them I'm going with the princess?
They are a part of the group. They are aware, yes.
When did you have more friends than me?
Take literally more than one step outside of the archive.
Fair. Okay, so...
But, Blake, you might have some more insight than I do.
Wait. I thought she was kidding when she... I thought she was kidding when she said that. Why are you talking like grandfather?
You know, look at the time.
He does talk like an old man, doesn't he?
It's... Wait, what? No, he sounds like our grandfather.
Wait.
Great-grandfather.
That's... Why don't you have an accent?
Because...
Well, gee, look at the time, you know, I've given you as much time as I can.
I didn't even get to ask you, Hasa, but I haven't
hangs up. As you get a furious message through going, "You didn't tell me what to wear!"
Hasa, why'd you hang up the phone, buddy?
There are conversations that need to be had later. That is not one of them to be had now.
I want to know what she knows about the magic being buckety uppity, Hasa.
You realize most of the information that she has is available in the archives.
Do I look like a fox that goes to the archives, Hasa?
Crying out loud. Alright, less questions about me then.
Fine. Less questions about you.
I call her back. Oh, look at that. Some time just opened up.
Why did you hang up?
He was going through a tunnel.
Yeah, we were. Same brain cell. We're going through a tunnel. Look. Yeah. Behave natural. You are better at talking to people than I am. And as for clothing, why the fuck would you think I know that?
It's really not a high bar, but...
Because you've actually spent time with her, you know how she dresses, you see what she likes wearing. I don't want to look lame next to her.
Honey, you're gonna look lame next to Breeze no matter what.
Hey.
Oh.
That's my sister.
I'm
Thanks.
sure... Have you seen what this woman wears?
Yeah. I'm aware she
She
is.
has glimmer weave that changes on the fly. She has an outfit for every occasion.
She
I'll
does.
tell you what, Tammy, I have a chat with my friends in the Craftsman's Guild. I'll ask them if they might be able to whip some up for you.
Okay. Great. She's gonna think I'm a hick from a small town.
No, she knows Crisis.
Yes, she has a very, very clear visage of what a hick looks like. Don't worry. Trust me, Tammy. We are from the Ascendant Isles. That is no backwater small town.
It may as well be. You're spending time with the princess from the Eladrin court. They're known for being fashion icons.
Would you like me to have a chat with her about some fashion ideas?
Yes? Her sisters are in the social papers all the time. And they look stunning.
Okay, well, do some... Here, you're an archivist. Do some research. I'll have a chat with her, you do some on your side.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I should research. I should do a vision board. I should, I don't know, look into the history of fabrics. Is there any kind of colour that's her favourite colour?
Arthur,
You're
guys
spiraling.
are so related.
You're spiraling.
Are all your sisters like this?
No. Look, just be yourself. But maybe leave the anxious spiraling out of it.
Okay, so business. I can...
Tammy,
Breeze would love the anxious spiraling.
Tammy, she puts up with Hasa all the time. You're gonna do wonderful. What are you stressing about?
You're right. So I just have to... Well, that's easy.
Hey.
Look, I can say it. I'm your sister.
Fair. Fair.
So
Right.
I'll be there tomorrow. You're gonna meet me at the gate, right?
What gate's that?
I'm sorry, I thought that was your domain. I'm not responsible for gala visits.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be in the same town as you. You don't want to
Exactly.
see. You don't want to
What
see
gate
me.
are we picking you up from again?
Sure, yeah, sure. Fair point. Which one?
The gate.
Which?
The
Which
portal
gate, Tammy?
The portal gate.
Okay, the teleporting gate.
Okay, alright. I
You
will
didn't
just.
think I was gonna take a ferry, did you?
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Only one.
Ugh.
Alright.
If you need me to be real specific, if you really needed to be specific, she says the one at Fort Bloom because it's the main one.
Right.
So.
Blake, you had a question about magic?
Yeah, how long has magic been playing up for, and what rate is it declining?
So, that's not what I was expecting. And you hear her get serious all of a sudden, and a lot more confident in what she's actually saying because you're keeping this in her domain of actual knowledge now. So magic started to decline prior to the merge, but after the merge it seemed to take a real hit, and it's started to decline more rapidly in the last 1,000 years ever since the planes started to were layered over each other during the rise of the Titan King. It has caused some separation with the celestial planes, but we are starting to see that there seems to be activity around the Eladrin courts and Idrisil itself. There seemed to be quite a large surge or spike, especially around the starry Eridanus Lake, approximately 800 years ago, when there was a large burst of power and apparently a time rift opened. But by the time it was investigated, whatever it was had vanished. However, the dark crystals and vines and protective wards that seemed to lie around there had become extremely volatile. Whatever it was, we think that in conjunction with whatever that time rift was and the mining, considering that the tree itself seems to be retaliating, there are some schools of thought that think it has something to do with a Maiden, but they're religious. More scientific minds seem to think that it might have something to do with the powers of imbalance that the ancient magics or forces of the universe might somehow be affected. I mean, to do more research about it, I would have to talk to my great-grandfather. He seems to be doing some research into it. There's also studies being conducted at the Iridana archives. The Eladrin courts, the Eladrin matriarchs have also been tracking it for some time, as it seems potentially somewhat tied to their bloodlines, specifically the Chaldeans, which is why we've been working closely with the Spring courts.
Awesome. I mean, I've just jotted like messy notes. I'm like balance bad, spring bad, fucking magic fuckity wuckity, mining bad.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you have left me with way more questions than answers. Not helpful, really, for what I was after. I really wanted to like explain it to me like I'm 5 sort of situation.
We can talk about it more tomorrow when I arrive. I'd be happy to grab a coffee with you and go over many points of discussion if you need to.
That sounds wonderful. Do you have like a photo album of little Hasa?
You know, it's really unfortunate that you're going to be quite busy tomorrow, Blake. I don't know
I've got nothing on.
The approach, you know, like.
It's at this moment the others make their way in. Can hear Hasa and Blake bickering.
Breeze! Tammy's on the phone. She wants to know what you're wearing tomorrow night.
Just shut up!
You know, it's terrible. Oh, Tabby! It's so good to speak with you again.
Hi.
I've left it all very last minute. I'm gonna.
So you get a text message that flashes up on your screen that just says "Kill me now."
I'm just gonna have to whip something up, you know.
Do you have a favorite color or something so that we can maybe, match or
favorite color?
Oh my god! Match.
You cut out. What did you say?
She said, "What's your favorite color?" I'm assuming. I quite like silver.
Silver it is.
See,
Cool.
I told you she wasn't scary.
Wait, she thought I was scary?
No, she didn't.
You get another message, Hasa. Your friend's a dick. Alright, set the time. Oh, I have to go acid-proof a document on that thing. Alright, bye, Hasa.
Enjoy, bye.
She hangs up.
Yep.
Hey Hasa, your family terrible at keeping time. Also terrible at pretending they've got places to go.
Yeah. Hey Blake, and I nut tap him again.
Which, at the moment, did you ever change back, Blake?
That'd be me.
Or are you still looking like Breeze?
Yeah, did you change back after you picked yourself up off the floor?
I changed back.
So now it feels what?
I mean, I feel like I wear some sort of protecting clothing.
Not like that.
Yeah, it's called underwear, and we all know how effective that is.
Blake constantly goes out wearing a cup.
Are there any birds in this world that have are there any metallic birds with silver feathers?
Yeah.
Okay. Carry on.
Okay. Crisis
We could
comes
go
in
on.
looking terrible, and Rick looks like he's been hit by a car.
What happened to you guys? You were meant to be just staking out.
You look like you had a little adventure.
I hit him with a car, but tactically.
What car were you driving?
Whose car do we have, moron?
I mean, I feel like that makes us even.
Man, I know how photo it feels now.
Yep.
You know how fucking Haas felt?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it was more driven over than just hit. Were you driven over?
No.
Ah.
Damn.
Alright, well, how'd it go?
Crisis needs to explain some things, maybe?
Well, let's hear from Rick first.
Well, I've only met the maid, the cook, and the butler. The butler's a bit weird.
Was he the one you were talking to when you gave us a call?
Yeah.
How weird was he? What is he?
Yeah, exactly. What is he? He's I don't know how to explain him. Did you see him poke his head out the door?
Asa. I don't think these guys are very good at stakeouts.
Why is that?
Did we see what this guy looked like?
Yeah, he poked his head out.
Yeah, we saw him close the window.
Roll me a history, Crisis. You didn't quite catch sight of him, but your mind wanders over your memory and just the word Ombrask comes to mind.
Do I know what an ombrask is, or just the word?
Just the word. That's all you get for an 11.
The word ombrask mean anything to anyone?
Let me have a look. I bring up my phone and go to Fantasy Google and type in the word Ombrask.
Okay, one moment, please. Because even I have to.
Do you spell it correctly?
Ombrask. Ombrask.
Did you mean Urban Dictionary?
It autocorrects it. It's like, did you mean this?
And you're like, no, in no. Okay, let's find the right document, because that would be helpful.
Now searching for umbrella.
But yeah, had this weird eye, and it looked like his body was sort of almost got some smoke coming out of it. Something
He
weird.
was a weird-eyed, smoky man.
Yep, he was. So, Ombrask. You managed to find it. It comes up. It tells you that it is a species of people that seem to be some form of lost soul that manages to pull itself back together. They can start out as any heritage. However, as time starts to pass and the condition spreads, they start to lose memories. They all seem to have this same kind of smoky, colourless, ghost-like appearance. But one of the first things they lose is their voice. It can understand, it can hear, and everything like this. However, whenever an Ombrask does manage to speak, it is because they have borrowed the voice of someone who has died in their presence. They do not share emotion. They don't have emotions. They are essentially a type of person who doesn't really know who they are. So they become these lost souls who basically find their place wherever they feel a sense of purpose.
Oh.
Yeah, I relay that to the group.
Freaky. Not to say, sorry, I'm not from this realm, so I don't even know if they're natural here.
Are they a common occurrence here?
They're not ridiculously common. There is at least. They do tend to. Tend to see more of them around the undead cities and things like this. Even in the material plane, they do seem to pop up. They don't have huge communities, but they are around. They've only really. They didn't have a huge number per se until about 1,000 years ago, when the number did grow a little bit, but not ridiculously so. We're talking maybe a couple 100,000 or so in the whole of the planarscape.
So, this thing that talks through borrowed voices set off a PTSD attack with Crisis.
PTSD, yes.
So, it's witnessed the death of someone that Crisis knows?
It was about Karada, Roland's son.
Was it the voice or?
Yeah, the voice. Well, shit. Now that you put it all together, I think he may have been an Umbrask.
Wild.
Was
Karada.
Huh.
That's a bit of a coincidence.
I mean, how common are Umbrask? Like, is there like a definitive population count of them? Do y'all do censuses?
We don't do censuses, but they're also not super common.
Yeah.
But they're not unicorn rare.
No. More common around the undead cities, but
What? So they're undead, or they're ghosts, or what are they?
Bit of column A, bit of column B.
Yeah.
sort of, yeah. I mean, that kind of makes sense. The stories that I can remember, Karada wanted to prove something of himself.
He didn't have to prove anything.
But Roland wasn't one, was he?
Roland? No. From what memories I do have, Roland was just a guy.
So how was his son a dead spirit?
Well, you can be born as any species, but you can turn into a Umbrask, though. Yeah, Umbrask aren't naturally born; they're made.
So what you're saying is that's your kid?
That guy? Oh, I don't think so. I mean, unless he's a god pretending to not be a god, just be a butler instead.
One hell of a butler.
He'd be one hell of a battle butler, yeah. But I don't think that's him. Besides, Karana's got 4 eyes. Why the hell does he have 4 eyes?
You're telling her the story.
Well, it's coming and going, all right. Is there any pictures of Karada that we know of? Like, can you Google it? God of Valor, Karada, official picture.
Jump back to
OnlyFans
Google.
Breeze, what have you started? They're just Googling everything now.
I mean, maybe Fantasy Google isn't as good as.
You do manage to pull
Sorry,
it up.
yeah, no, it's Fantasy Bing.
Yeah, you do manage to pull it up. There are some archival pictures of the walls of Karada's temple. You do see that the sources do cite that the temple was attacked and destroyed post-merge. So these are whatever photos of tapestries and mosaics that were made at the time. But weirdly, Hasa, as you lay eyes on one of these reliefs, you realise you've seen this person before. In photos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's weirdly familiar.
Weirdly familiar.
Yeah, my great-grandfather kept, I guess the best way of putting it would be like a memory book or a photo album of his adventures. I think I've seen a few of him.
Of Coriander, the god.
Karada, yes.
Isn't tight.
It explains the... Actually, yeah, that explains the forest. Back home.
What do you mean explains the forest?
Well, when our new home was founded, they obviously gave names to a bunch of the locations, and my great-grandfather had a hand in quite a few of them, and being the nostalgic one he is, he named a few of them in homage to his traveling companions.
Like what?
The forest back home is the Forest of Valor.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
Breeze.
Shit. Okay, so probably this guy's fine then. Sorry for panicking you, but just...
Breeze.
Something scared me.
I like to think that Blake is slowly getting closer and closer to her as he's saying that.
Yeah, and we're all staring at him as he tries to whisper very loudly.
Bal's just munching on jerky, not understanding anything at all what's going on.
I'm gonna rest up against her face now. Breeze!
Yeah, this is all very curious. I'm so confused. Really.
Well, I was gonna ask you a quiet question, but now everyone's looking.
And I after what is it?
I feel much better whispering. I'm pretty sure Haas's grandpa used to drink with Christ's son. That's all I've got.
Quiet as this whispering. Can we like basically still hear this?
Christ's son is a god?
I don't know.
Yes, we've covered this before. No, it's not Christ's son. It's Roland's son.
No,
Christ doesn't have
just
to.
out of character.
Roland
I
does.
thought we knew that Karada was a god, but we only just found out that Karada was Christ's son.
Yes.
Sorry,
I think
Roland's
so.
son.
Yes.
So that's why I'm like,
No, we knew for a while.
no, I don't think I did. I was definitely wasn't there.
Why did I give up drinking?
I'm pretty sure Lady Crisis told me, and then no one believed me when I told.
Yeah, it's potential that it was mentioned, but yeah, no one believed Blake at the time, so.
Yeah.
But yes, he is Roland's child.
So
One of several.
okay. So what's the plan?
Can I get a drink and something to eat, and they can just talk about this nerdy shit for a minute?
We're literally in a bar.
Well, we need you, idiot, for this nerdy shit. So sit your ass down.
I sit my ass down on the floor,
So-
and I drag Breeze down with me.
I get off the floor and sit in a chair. I say, so Rick, from your infiltration and from your scouting, what did you discover?
Well, I got through the entryway into the kitchen. Apparently they've got a cat. That's about all I know out of that side of things. But yeah, a couple of hot box and old scary man.
And security measures, guard count.
Trolls.
There was one guy came out the doors. So
I am willing.
so far.
I am willing to bet that the cat has the thing we're needing.
Okay.
The fact that I can't talk is killing me.
Apparently it's in the study. They keep it in the study.
I mean, we can definitely look into the what? Why would the cat have it?
It's a cat. Right. It's a little cat. Tegan, can you show us the picture again of what the item looks like?
Certainly.
Yeah, it's a ring in the shape of a mouse. Yeah.
Right. I am willing to bet that is something that would go on the cat's collar. Because this was stolen from a gang of cats.
Right. Didn't they say that they used some kind of location magic and it was in the vault?
No, we assume it was in the vaults.
He said it was in the property.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
I mean, what's the worst that happens? We look at the cat, we see it's not on it, then we go on to the vault. We just make that part of the plan. Look for the cat. If we see it, it doesn't have it, awesome. If it does have it, even better.
Alright. That sounds like a plan. How are you with cats, Blake?
I don't know what sound.
Okay.
Insert fox noises.
Fox screaming.
Alright. Alright, well, I think we have, well, some of us have one more day of stakeout that we might want to use. I apparently have business to deal with tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But if you wish to continue your stakeout, just keep me in the loop. Yep.
Foxes make curse noises. Yes.
I love that you just sent me a link for fox noises.
Yes. So, as Hasa awaits the arrival of his sister the following day, you guys all settle in for the rest of your evening to eat, drink, ruminate on the things you've learned and heard, as you can have your long rest of sleep. And we will be back next week for the actual heist, because the heist is going to happen next week, so...
Yay!
Yes.
Oh, it happens with you.
Yeah, in fact, speaking of them, instead of going to bed, I'll probably just, out of the game, I'll go just shopping and stuff, so that we
Okay,
don't
so you're
can
gonna
go straight to heisting.
Yeah, no. Well, we won't be going straight to heisting because Hasa has to pick up his sister, so I'm no doubt... Well, and also, she wants to go have coffee with Blake to talk
Sister,
business.
Blake Day, heist.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
So,
I'm already drawing Belle's outfit right now.
So, with that, I hope everyone enjoyed. We will see you all next week. Like I said, if you like what we do, hit the follow button. Otherwise, if you are able to and are feeling generous, please subscribe. Otherwise, you can catch all of this over on my YouTube channel of the same name, Boomeadow, and we will see you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.